Nike just released a brand new commercial featuring Caitlin Clark and her new Kobe shoe that she released today. And I saw this commercial yesterday on social media. I thought it was so cool. There's a shot when she's in the locker room and she opens her eye and it like turns into what looks like a snake eye, but when you zoom in, it's actually the Kobe logo.
Nike just dropped the Caitlin Clark commercial we've all been waiting for, and the internet is in flames. After months of dragging their feet, fumbling their most valuable athlete, and giving the cold shoulder to the biggest name in women's basketball, Nike finally woke up, and oh boy, the tears are flowing. Critics are seething, and sneakerheads, they're refreshing like maniacs, because this wasn't just a commercial, it was a declaration, a power move, and it sent shockwaves through the sports world. If you're ready to break this all down, make sure to like this video, subscribe to Spotlight WNBA, and comment below Mamba mentality activated.
So Nike finally released their trailer for Caitlin Clark's sneaker. They finally did.
Let's start with the ad itself. Caitlin Clark sits in a dark room, lacing up the Kobe 5s. Her eyes narrow, the camera cuts, her pupils morph into serpent slits. Boom, Mamba mode activated. The lighting, cinematic, the energy, intense. The message crystal clear. This woman isn't just playing the game, she's changing it. For years, women's basketball ads felt like afterthoughts, low budget, low stakes. But this was premium treatment. This was Nike finally saying, we get it. Clark's been wearing Kobe's since Iowa. She calls them her magic shoes, her babies. So when she locked into that chair with Mamba energy pouring off the screen, it wasn't cosplay, it was legacy.
We got something for Caitlin. We got Mamba Caitlin. We got Mamba Caitlin. Where is the Mamba Caitlin? There we go. We have the Mamba logo. We have Caitlin on demon time right now. But yeah, it's good to note that they finally announced it as Caitlin's, as a Caitlin logo. Or sorry, as a...
And naturally, the haters couldn't handle it. Twitter lit up with the same tired lines. Why her? What about the veterans? This is too much for one player. Let's be real. Those complaints aren't about fairness. They're about fear. Caitlin Clark isn't some rookie anymore. She's the main event, the reason the stands are packed, the reason ESPN is putting WNBA alums in prime time, the reason half the world even knows who the Indiana Fever are. But instead of celebrating her, critics treat her success like it's a threat. Why? Because deep down they know it is.
Is it about Caitlin Clark? She's got it. She's got swagger. She's got, if you will, balls. She's tough. She's shrewd. She's not a good passer. She's all-time great. And she makes logo threes. And she makes them beautifully. She jump shoots the way Steph does from the logo, where she's not feet on the floor pushing set shots. She goes up, holds it, and flicks the wrist, and has incredibly underrated strength. She's just got all-time it factor. She's doing things on a nightly basis where you sit back and say, oh, she's selling them out like crazy. That's Jordan-esque. So in impact, she's already having Michael Jordan impact.
If there was any doubt about Clark's drawing power, the sneaker drop crushed it. Her Kobe PE5s gone in 5 minutes. Retail, $190. Resale, up to $800 in one day. People were lined up on the SNKRS app like it was a Travis Scott drop. Only 13,000 pairs were made. That's how cautious Nike was. And yet they were instantly overwhelmed by demand. Within hours, they were on eBay, GOAT, and StockX, flipping like rare collectibles. This isn't hype. This is impact, the kind of cultural force you only see once a generation.
So it's finally here. Caitlin Clark sneakers from Nike is finally dropping. She was signed to them last year, and the sneakers is a year late in my opinion, but nonetheless I'm excited because these sneakers is finally coming out. But what does annoy me a little bit is that this is a collaboration with Kobe. Now Kobe, respect to Kobe, the legend, rest in peace, great basketball player, but in my opinion Caitlin Clark is a big enough star and she's creating her own legacy. So I feel like, at least for her first sneaker, it shouldn't be a collaboration with any other player, dead or alive, in my opinion. I feel like Caitlyn should have, for her first shoe, had her own original design just for her. No collab.
Caitlin Clark and Nike are officially dropping Caitlin Clark's Indiana Fever player-exclusive Kobe 5s in just a couple weeks. So this shoe was first seen being worn by Caitlin and was thought to be a colorway made just for her up until just a couple days ago, where Nike's official images of the shoes got leaked and the announcement was made saying that everyone will now have a chance to wear them.
But here's the real story. Why did it take so long? Clark signed with Nike last year. For months, silence. No rollout, no merch. Meanwhile, other players were getting full-on launches, signature lines, full campaigns. Even Jordan Rodgers, a 15-year Nike veteran, called them out, saying they had the most powerful marketing asset in American sports since Michael Jordan, and somehow decided to slow play it. How? Why? That's what had fans frustrated. Nike had the golden goose in hand, and they were too afraid to let her fly.
Your stock price since 2021, it is down nearly 60%. Your executives and the people who are making these decisions, their stock options are worthless. Meanwhile, you have the single biggest needle mover in all of American sports since Michael Jordan, and you have somehow convinced yourself that you need to slow play this. Let me show you Google Trends search traffic for 4 female basketball players. There is one who only rivals Caitlin Clark, and that is Angel Reese, and you do not have her. She is over at Reebok. I am so confused as to how you would be so invested in the WNBA for several years, and you have been doing great work to try to elevate and uplift that league and many of the athletes there. But this seems like you have convinced yourself that this needs to be an either-or conversation. And we never have an either-or conversation in the men's sports. You have like 10 signature athletes. Half of them don't deserve a signature shoe.
Then came the drama. Aja Wilson, one of the WNBA's best, had already signed her Nike deal 2 years ago. But when Clark's deal was announced, Aja played it like she was being overlooked. Subtweets, passive-aggressive interviews. The media ran wild. The narrative shifted from business to identity, from sneakers to race. But here's the truth. This was never about race. It was about who moves the needle. And by every metric, viewership, attendance, merchandise, Caitlin Clark is the needle.
Her highest viewed so far on NBA TV, 624,000 folks. We're talking 3 times the amount. We are talking 2 times the amount on a random channel called NBA TV. What's it going to take for these other games' viewership to start?
Let's talk stats. WNBA games featuring Clark average 1.09 million viewers. Games without her, 414,000. Her road games cause an 87% spike in ticket sales. Her team accounts for over a third of total league attendance, despite representing a small fraction of games. NCAA women's title game with Clark, 18.9 million viewers, 4 million more than the men's final. Her playoff games have become the most watched in WNBA cable history. Even her jersey sales exploded after she defended Angel Reese. This isn't just superstardom, it's economic gravity. She's not lifting her brand, she's lifting the entire league.
But I just felt like across the board, this commercial was a 10 for 10. And a lot of people have been getting on Nike because they don't feel like they have been promoting Caitlyn as much as they should. But I will say we have to give credit where credit is due. I feel like in the past month or so, they had been tweeting about Caitlyn more. And then obviously with this shoe release, they made this super sick commercial to promote it. And of course, just today, Caitlin Clark's new Kobe PE shoe sold out in less than a minute. And I saw so many tweets about this, so many people who were so sad that they've missed out on this shoe. I saw that there was this one Dick's store and people were lined up around the corner, like camping out, trying to get the shoe.
Here's what most people miss. Only 12 women in WNBA history have ever had a signature shoe. 12 in 28 years. Meanwhile, 22 active NBA players have theirs. That's not just a number, it's a reflection of how women's sports have been treated. Caitlin Clark changes that. Her commercial wasn't just a branding play, it was a cultural shift. It said, female athletes don't need to be added on. They can be the story. When Nike dropped that ad, they weren't just marketing a sneaker, they were redefining the standard.
Initially, I thought that these might not perform well, but just wait until I show you the stock numbers on these. Not only that, but apparently her jersey is in high demand too after she publicly defended Angel Reese. I didn't think that this colorway was going to do too well at first, but pre-sale is saying otherwise. These are currently pre-selling for over $300 and the retail is only $190. They drop on June 30th and the total stock on Nike US is just 13,000 pairs. For comparison, the Kobe 5 eggplant had just 30,000 pairs on Nike US.
These things is some fire. I'm telling you, where there's smoke, there is fire, and these things is hitting so hard. And who got a bot? Who a shoe plug? Because I need 2 pairs. I need one for the sneaker wall, and I need one for my feet, because these things is hitting right here. And no, I don't want to pay $600 on.
Here's the kicker. This isn't even her real shoe. It's a player exclusive. Her actual signature sneaker is dropping later this year, and insiders say it'll break records across the board. Nike's not stopping there. Clothing line coming before the holidays. A full rollout. Super Bowl ads, front and center positioning. And this time, they're not hiding it. Clark isn't the co-star. She is the show. She's not part of a group campaign. She's the campaign.
Right? Nike released the shoe this morning for $190. That was the going rate for the signature sneaker. Now, I'm here to tell you, as you guys can see right here on Google, just type in Caitlin Clark Kobe 5. StockX, currently right now, they're going for $345. On GOAT, they're going for $386. And Flight Club, you're looking at $375. Must mind you, these sneakers was just released a few hours ago. These sneakers were retail for $190. This is the Caitlin Clark defect.
Nike did not fumble Caitlin Clark. It takes years and years of research and development and building and designing and trialing and erroring to build a custom shoe line. Caitlin Clark has played in only Kobe 5s and Kobe 6s almost exclusively for like the last 3 or 4 years. If they are building a shoe for Caitlin Clark, that Caitlin Clark is going to wear, that she's going to sell, that she's going to give away to her teammates, to her fans, to whomever, it has to be as good as, if not better, than the Kobe 5 or 6. And there's new Kobe variants out, and she doesn't wear them. She signed a $28 million 10-year contract with Nike. Year 2. We're in year 2 of that. The shoes are coming. They have to design them. It takes several years for this to happen. We're not just doing a colorway like Paige Beckers did.
So, while the critics keep nitpicking and the haters stay mad, Nike is printing money and finally doing what they should have done all along, recognizing that Caitlin Clark isn't just a player. She's a movement. She's the one crashing sneaker websites. She's the one packing out arenas. She's the one rewriting the rules for women's sports marketing, and she's just getting started. So if you're ready for the Caitlin Clark era to level up even further, hit that like button, subscribe to Spotlight WNBA, and drop a comment. Mamba mentality activated. Because one thing's clear, Nike finally joined the party, and now the game will never be the same.